So good evening. This is going to be entitled, this video, something which I have not done in a long time. Used my current SML situation. Do any of which of the viewers out there are familiar with this term, this phrase, this title for a formalization video? My current SML situation. When's the last time I used it? You're thinking when there were FBs. You know, you remaining regulars with your thinning out and rounding out data. You're so uninformed. That's the thing about the activities that are being conducted as of recent on me. You can conspire as a corporation with objectives on my situation, which is looking more like what I used to think of as, thank you, in the back, continuous and walled. Such as 2 years ago when we were going through the 700 years of stock markets going up and down and turning into orcs and eating each other and shit. Before I went on to my hotel situation, and I was using flashlights to make you explode over and over. And now how are you doing it? By being there longer than 10 seconds without me doing anything. Right? Although I have to remember to not be reciprocating towards tactics which just drill me with storytelling and venting frustrations which should have already been satisfied. But my SML situation now entails, oh, she did? Let's put it in the next video, who cares? This mom, going to my folded clothes in the hallway, which are now in a cardboard box instead of my drawers. I don't know why you're doing that. They're actualizing them. Oh, so they have the opportunity to go through my folded clothes in a cardboard box and steal from that what they can at any given opportunity. Is that what that's for? Because now my clothes are just being placed wherever the fuck. They just fold them and throw them in drawers, and that broken drawer now is fixed again. That's the second time around of it being fixed and broken. Both. I mean, I came home to it just off with the dowels sticking out and it just laying there. Oh, I pulled it off, and then it's just back together, Oh, I'm to assume that Uncle Jun fixed it. You know what I asked him this morning? I asked him if he could take me to Circle K. And then out there, your objective is don't let him ride in the car with Uncle June, or let Uncle June give him a free ride, right? Make him walk or use Lyft or whatever. And I did. Spending what? Just $9 to go up the street. Sometimes you want to when you don't want to walk in heels. And then he said something like, "That's my time." And then ultimately he just dodged me, right? Trucked it. And I was like, are you telling me you don't have time to take me anywhere for the rest of your life? And you need all this time to to yourself, and you will never take me anywhere ever, forever. And he didn't say no. He continued on like whining about his life. And then he called me an asshole. That's the first time I ever heard my uncle use such words towards me. He said, "Fuck you, asshole." He didn't say, "Fuck you, asshole." But he called me an asshole. I was like, "You're calling me an asshole for asking you to take me to Circle K?" I was like, "All right, salamat ho." He's all, "Yeah, fuck you." He's all like trying to get all raving mad in my face, like raging mad. I was like, "You're gonna fucking break. You're not gonna fucking do anything." And then I told him straight up. I was like, You've been an illegal alien living in this house for free for motherfucking over 2 years. You don't want to fucking take me anywhere? You don't give me CLA. You don't give me no motherfucking combo meal. You don't give me motherfucking anything, you motherfucking freeloading motherfucking parasitic piece of shit. Saying shit like that. "Oh, don't bother me. Don't bother me. I need my time." To be fucking me in the ass, right? I wanna fuck your ass up, Uncle Jun. You know, the further along we go in this situation, the more like odd and desperate these people of my quote-unquote family look with the responses and the activities going on around here. So fucking crazy. Like my dad. You know, like, just as soon as I start raising my voice on any issue, even if I'm not yelling, they just right away, "Okay, because of that, we're gonna go to our room now. Good night." You just go to bed. What does that look like? You know, aside from looking like children who are like avoiding their shenanigans and being scolded, what else? You don't show concern for your own position in the ways that should be displayed for it. You know, aside from your lack of understanding of your own situation because of like the dynamic of the data that exists and how you're using it now for these SMLs living in this house, coerced on me, delaying my life from moving on for the past 6 months, in addition to the 3 months or whatever that you were also pretending to be my mom and making drop-offs of jiao pan. You don't show concern where you're supposed to. You just run away from situations and like leave situations where you're supposed to fucking care. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Because your data, I mean, in addition to like you dipping out and yachting is normal. What my mom used to do is dip out and scheme for every line that she says, right? What's the difference between that, my mom and this one? You spend like way more time dipped out and accelerated and getting yourself into balance because you hate your situation way more. I don't know about that. But the way you come back with like your statements, the statements that you come back with and the movements, they're so like off the mark. Like not even related to like what the fuck we're talking about and why the fuck are you saying that, and like you look so odd. And the idea to like put you in a, you know, behavioral in order to like just punish you for a little bit. Yeah, I gave up on that, but you're doing something kind of peculiar, which is going to create much eagerness and anticipation on my part, because you are actually leaving for another trip, another cruise. I don't know why the fuck you'd want to do that now. You leave and allow me to get my particulars in order in terms of life and not be in the way, because I realize that You and your increased resistance and antagonism towards my movements, in terms of not giving me rides and picking me up and leaving me hanging and high and dry without money and on the street, you're doing way more of it than my mom did, and way more than you did when we started here in this house with instead of being in hotels, which actually provided more energy and not as busy of a situation. This situation became way more busy when I got home because I haven't seen my room clean yet this whole 6 months. But it's getting cleaner and looking more like a normal room, even though there's piles of this over here and piles of that over there. You plan to go to Mexico again. This is the third time you're going to Mexico. And then you added San Francisco, on Holland America, not Norwegian. You're going to go all around Mexico and then San Francisco, okay. In a time frame of 2 weeks, you said. Is it important? When? Well, to get you corporate digs started there on your antagonism towards me, because now you're going to have to replan after you hear this information for the current quarter. And Indian give planning, set me up to buy something and then not get it, or not get the credit, or not get the credit card. You're going to be doing that while my parents are packing their bags for the next how long? 2 weeks, 1 month, trying to show to me that they're going on a trip. And then what? They're going to end up going to Kohl's and stealing another radio? Are they going to National City Jail instead of Vista this time for their 3 hots and a cot, while they pretend to be in Mexico like last time? They were in VDF instead of Mexico on Holland America. You're going to run that again? Please don't tell me you think you can go on to my will, or my dad's will, my parents' will, and try to steal the house from me again with Warren or whatever. Are you thinking that shit again? You know what we're doing? We're using your same motherfucking data from when I moved back to this house and they went on that first trip, and you're just gonna run it back because what? You're shit out of motherfucking ideas or something? And you want to do this again with all this corporate movement on it. You know what you're doing? You're taking away the antagonism of your movements by not being here. You're more dead now. You know what makes you really dead? All of that avoiding picking me up and giving me money and because the more you are not in my situation and the more you make me deal with it on my own, you're getting me towards what I'm supposed to be doing, which is not fucking with you at all for anything. Right? Any little fucking situation, you try to turn a molehill into a mountain and end my formalization. The funniest thing that I hear these days is when Zika says shit like, oh my God, and Jackwad say, oh, because this is supposed to work because he's so tired, this is going to end his formalization, on the premise that I am fucking tired, and you keep using tactics and data points like that, when that's not my situation anymore, and it's not been that for how long now? You thinking I'm rolling on the ground and about to end our formalization, I'm going to give up and whatever. When the fuck was the last time I laid on the ground? Outside, a month ago. You think you could run it back and do that again? You're sure as hell going to try. Of course you are, because you keep falling on your faces all fucking day saying, well, this is supposed to make him end his formalization because he's supposed to be tired as fuck, but I never am. I'm just smooth sailing throughout the day, going through all these issues, and then ignoring you for the most part until you do something I haven't seen yet, which is not very often at all anymore. It's just your stupid ideas repeating over and over no matter what situation I'm in. And it looking like this is about to round out and finish here. Because now they're leaving